What's going on, guys? Sid here. As you can see, I got a ton of crap. Um, Went to a bunch of thrift stores and moving sales, and there's also a piece of mail right there. Oh, and a library book sale. So just a ton of stuff to go over. It's going to be a long video, guys. I apologize right now for that. I hope you'll bear with me and watch everything because there's a lot of good stuff here. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. We'll do the mail first. Uh, yeah, I went ahead and opened it. I didn't recognize the name on the package. This is a Facebook. Let me set this down. Hopefully it won't fall over. This was a Facebook purchase. One of the VHS collectors groups. Let me get my knife out. I didn't recognize the name. The guy has a different name on the group, so like, what the heck is this? So that's why I opened it. But awesome pickup here. This is the film Grizzly. It's on media. You guys saw recently I picked up the paperback novel adaptation of this film. Never actually seen it. It's starring Christopher George and Andrew Prine, also Richard Jekyll. Always wanted to see it, never have, so can't wait to watch that. Awesome addition to the collection. There we go. Everything looks to be in great condition, so happy to add that to the collection. Let's see. I'll show you what I got the other day. This was Thursday or Friday. I got this stuff. Everything here is all from one thrift store. I will show you the stuff here in the bag first. I got a couple of cassettes. I can't remember if I paid a quarter or 50 cents a piece on these. First up is Poison. Look what the cat dragged in. I remember buying this on vinyl at Kmart, brand new, back in, what was that year, 1986. Because I thought it was all females. I was like, oh wow, these chicks are hot. Yeah. Big surprise, huh? But don't tell everybody. Don't tell anybody that, okay? So I got that, and I got this one here. This is Real Big Fish, the ska band, with their album Turn the Radio Off. And this is actually a pretty hard to find cassette. There's not one on eBay currently. There hasn't been one on eBay. And the only other one around that I've seen is one on Discogs. And the person wants $20 for it from Canada. I don't know if that was with shipping or without. I don't know. But I believe this is going to be sold already. I put it on Facebook for $10, and I believe somebody snatched that up already. But that is awesome. Then we got this. This was 50 cents. This is a Disney Christmas gift. It's in the original clamshell format here from 1982, I think. 47 minutes long. Very cool. Happy to find that. Add it to my Disney clamshell collection. And we got a couple of books here. These were 50 cents a piece. First up is Magic Symbols of the World. Nice hardcover. This is an ex-library copy. Lots of great pictures of different magic talismans and totems and such. Thought that was a pretty neat pickup for 50 cents. I'm going to enjoy looking through that. And the last book here is good for us Oklahomans. This is Oklahoma Treasures and Treasure Tales by Steve Wilson. Pretty cool dust jacket you saw there. University of Oklahoma Press. Lots of great photographs here. Going to be fun to take a look through here. All about the gold rush and whatnot. Back in the old West days here in Oklahoma. So very cool. Can't wait to look through that more. Okay, now this lady, this thrift store that I went to, she bought a record collection probably 6 or 7 months ago. And she never put any of it out. She's been trying. She thought she had a gold mine. She brought like, I think, 1,000 or 1,500 records. But she was talking about calling American Pickers and all that weird, silly shit, and she thought she had a gold mine. Well, the other day when I went, she had a couple of totes out with the records, and I flipped through them and I found a couple. Um, let's see if I can find those. No, I'll show you the ones. But I found a couple, and I was like, "You still got those records in the back?" She goes, "Yeah." I tried to trade some in at Hastings. I took over 200 records there, and they only took about 150, and they gave me $22, and I'm really pissed off. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So you need to let me go back there and take a look, because I've been bugging this lady every time I go into her thrift store to let me go back and take a look. And she's always been saying, "Oh, you can't get to them, you can't get to them." Well, the other day was my lucky day. She says, "Hey, yeah, I finally got them to where you can get them out and get a look at them now, so come on back, take a look." So I did, and I found a stack here. I think there's 9. She charged me $1 a piece, and here's what I got. We have Encore of Golden Hits of the Platters. And if you look here on the back, it is signed by one of the Platters, Paul Roby. It's made out to Anita Morgan, Love and Kisses, God Bless, Paul Roby, 1984. And after I was looking at this record, and I made sure to check that the actual record was inside some of these. It pissed me off because there was a couple of albums there that I wanted. Like there was a Nucleus album I wanted, but no record. And a George Clinton Parliament record, but no record was inside. I was like, damn it. But anyway, inspecting this a little bit closer, I realized that Paul also signed on his picture here. He put Love, Paul Roby, 1984. So obviously you can't see that, but so he actually signed the record twice. So very cool. Then we got 4 Aces, Precious Memories, and on the back, boom, made out to Norma, Love Always, the 4 Aces, and Joe Giglio, Tony Alessi, Fred Diodati, and Harry Heisler. Pardon me if I didn't pronounce those correctly, but. So guys, you got when you're going through records, when you're digging through collections and whatnot at thrift stores and flea markets and private collections, you need to make sure you flip on the back of some of these, because not everybody signed on the front. So you could be passing up some signed albums. All right, this was one of the ones I picked up that was in the front of the store in the 2 bins. This is Tommy Rowe, We Can Make Music, and again, flip it over on the back and it's signed. Again, to Norma, Love Ya, Tommy Rowe. Okay, now those are all famous people right there. These are all famous. Oh, and Paul Roby is deceased, by the way. This one, not so much. I didn't have my phone on me at the time, so I wasn't able to look up stuff. This is Debbie French, Undiscovered Gold. It's signed by her and a bunch of other females here. Not members of her band, though. But that was a waste of $1. That's nobody. This is kind of cool. This is Flying Wranglers, Chuck Wagon Centennial Show, an evening of fun at the famous Flying W Ranch. Now, the ranch is very famous. It's been around a long time. It actually has a Wikipedia, according to the Wikipedia article, it burned down in 2012. But they do have plans to rebuild it. But signed by most of the members of the, at the time, Flying W Wranglers. So that's kind of cool. This was just really fucking creepy, pardon my language, so I just had to get this. Meadowlark Lemon, My Kids. Meadowlark Lemon, of course, was a Harlem Globetrotter. So this is on Casablanca Records, 1979. And I just had to pick that up. Really creepy. This is cool. This is Curtis Blow, Christmas Rappin'. A very cool picture disco single thing here. I don't think it's the correct sleeve for the record, but it's still pretty cool. Love Curtis Blow. And then we got Duran Duran, 7 and the Ragged Tiger, with the hits The Union of the Snake and The Reflex. Very cool. Then we got the Diamonds, another famous group. This is, again, made out to Norma, signed by all 4. Then we have the Dynamic Superiors DJ copy, Pure Pleasure. Just picked that up just basically for the picture here on the front cover. And researching these guys, I found out that the lead singer is actually homosexual. It's just kind of funny that he's leading the group talking about this kind of thing, which is obviously a female, and I'm not going to get into that, but anyway. And this was the other record that was up front in the two bins that I saw. This is Sheila E., The Glamorous Life. Huge, huge fan of Sheila E. I had a big crush on her back in the day. So, yep, that's it. From that particular store, $1 a piece on those records, most of them signed. That's awesome. All right, so then, this was another thrift store here. Got these cassettes, $1 a piece. We got Blind Melon, Steppenwolf, 16 Greatest Hits, and Ted Nugent. And then we got a signed softcover book here. Let me get it out of the wrapping. This is The Dog of My Nightmares, stories by Texas columnist Dave Lieber. Will Rogers Humanitarian Award winner, signed right there to Andy Best, Dave Lieber. Written a number of different books, and he is a Metro columnist for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. So pretty cool. This was $1 or 50 cents. I think she charged me $1. Alright, then another thrift store. We got these items right here. All these Nintendos were $1 a piece. We have Othello, Renegade, Legacy of the Wizard, Roger Clemens MVP Baseball, Boulder Dash, Taboo, The Sixth Sense, and the very first original Metal Gear. So $1 a piece on those, and I also picked up this DVD. It's one of the thin case, cheapo, usually $1, $2 DVDs. This is Laserhawk, starring Mark Hamill of Star Wars fame. Very cool. Alright, I guess we'll go to this. This was a moving sale. This pile here and this multimedia storage case. Paid $6 for everything I'm going to show you guys. This stack and this case. Paid $1 for this case. You can't beat that. Alright, then we have brand new audio cassette replacement cases. This is a 5-pack. I needed these desperately. CSI Miami, the complete 3rd season. All discs are here. This is in mint condition. Just beautiful. I got some signed hardcovers. This is Charles Kuralt's American Moments. And it is signed on the inside by the writer. Well, the co-writer, I guess. Edited and with a preface by Peter Freundlich. And signed by Peter. For Joe and Shirley, best wishes, Peter Freundlich. And Peter has been a writer-producer for CBS News for 2 decades. For his television work, he has won Emmy, DuPont Columbia, and Writers Guild Awards. He has been published in numerous magazines. And he has, for 10 years, been associated with CBS News Sunday Morning. Very, very cool. I was hoping it was going to be signed by Charles Kuralt, obviously, but hey, it's the next best thing. Then we have Dan Rather, Deadlines and Datelines. Open it up. For Shirley Davila, Dan Rather, CBS News, 1999. Awesome. Big, big fan of Dan Rather. So super happy to have that. Then we got a couple of Grand Ole Opry history books, straight from the Grand Ole Opry itself. I have 2 of the same book. Unfortunately, none of the stars on the inside have signed the book. I was really hoping, but I have those 2. Then we have a stack of publicity photos here. Some of these people I don't know because there's no name on them. And some of them have names on them. Terry Gibbs, Jim Ed Brown, Jimmy Newman, Red Sovine, Porter Wagoner, Jerry Clower, another Clower, Jerry Reed, Dave Rowland, Jeannie C. Riley, another one of her, and another one of her. I meant to ask these people if they were involved in the music industry in some way, like worked at a radio station or something. Tom T. Hall. I mean, just to have these photos and whatnot. Bill Anderson, and there's another one of this guy. It looks like a really young 70s George Clooney. And the reason why I say that is because not only of these photos, but because of these record albums. First up, we have Red Steagle, the gatefold album here. The only reason I got this was because on the inside, I thought it felt kind of thick, so I investigated on the inside and I found this. It's like a little press kit. It's got two, unfortunately, unsigned black and white stills. And then we have here a little radio thing. There's another unsigned thing. But it's like a little press kit. Okay, so there's that. Now to the good stuff. 50 cents a piece on these albums, guys. Ernest Tubb's Greatest Hits. Signed on the back. To Shirley, best wishes, Ernest Tubb. These three here are unsigned, but I got them because of their Bob Wills, big Oklahoma country star. And this is remembering the greatest hits of, this is Bob Wills and Tommy Duncan, a living legend, and Bob Wills and Tommy Duncan again as Texas Playboys. I don't know if he's Oklahoma country or if he's Texas, but he's real famous in this area, so I should have no problem selling those. Okay, Kitty Wells, Hall of Fame Volume 1, sign on the back. Sincerely, Kitty Wells. And we have Ernest Tubb, The Legend and the Legacy, signed again. Thanks, Ernest Tubb. Nice gatefold, great condition. We have Janie Fricke, From the Heart, sign on the back. Shirley, thanks, Janie. This is a nice one here, Reba McEntire, Out of a Dream. Look on the back. Signed by Reba McEntire right there. Signed by Reba's sister, Susie Lookinger. And it's signed by three others here that I haven't found out who they are. But when I do, I will leave a note in the comments. That looks like Preacher Williams. I'm not sure who that is. That looks like Sally. I'm not sure. And I can't make out that one. But the two I could definitely make out were Reba and Susie. The other three might be band members. So, very, very cool. Nice to have another Reba McEntire signed album. The other one I sold, so I have another one back in my collection. And last but not least, just because I like bluegrass, this is early bluegrass music by the Monroe Brothers, Charlie and Bill, from 1963. Most of their albums, they had the plastic on them, so I mean, that's amazing. From 1963, this album's in mint shape. So great stuff for $6 at that moving sale. And I almost didn't stop, so super excited. All right, push that out of the way. And last but not least, this is all from the local library book sale, Ponca City Library, having their book sale. They haven't had a book sale in months, but I read in the paper that they were starting one up this weekend, so went down there. The whole box, guys, $3. The entire box. And a couple of Man from Uncle books, The Affair of the Gunrunner's Gold, and The Affair of the Gentle Saboteur. These books are immaculate condition, very nice books. We got those. Picked up this. They had a couple boxes of these, but I should have probably grabbed them, but I didn't. But I did grab a couple. This is Science Fiction, Science Fact, Analog Magazine, published in my birth month and year, so I had to grab this one. And I grabbed the oldest one that they had there from 1950. This is astounding science fiction. Got some cassettes. The Birds, Early Birds. This is a Canadian release of Paul Revere and the Raiders on Spotlight. And The Best of the Ventures. Huge fan of the Ventures. Got a bunch of videotapes. Punisher. Never heard of this Chuck Norris movie, so I had to get it, starring him and his brother. Bells of Innocence. Actually sounds really good. That's on Good Times. Half Past Dead, starring the great Steven Seagal and Ja Rule. It was a pretty good movie. Tombstone, one of the best westerns ever. We got Watchers 2 with Mark Singer and Tracy Scoggins. Box is beat up and the case itself is beat up. Hopefully it at least plays. Underworld. A couple wrestling videos. WCW Greatest Grudges. And Stone Cold Hell Yeah. Those will be for sale. We got The Mummy Returns. And The Mummy. Wesley Snipes, The Marksman. Pissed me off that the box is beat up on this, but Hannibal. Got a DVD. Eric Estrada and Robert Vaughn, Visions. Looks to be kind of a science fiction thing. Got some CDs. Phil Collins, No Jacket Required. Mad Season, Above. I don't know nothing about that group, but I just grabbed it. And Live, The Distance to Here. Some books here. All Pro Basketball Stars, 1979. It's got a bunch of photos inside. These were awesome. Check this out. Ooh, as I knock over everything. Monster Manual 2, an updated release. And it looks like an original copy of Monster Manual. It's got somebody's name written on the inside, but 1978. 4th edition, 1979, excuse me. That's awesome. These are getting harder and harder to find, and I just got one for like a nickel or 10 cents once you break down everything. Probably a penny. I don't know. But I got those. I got Kit Williams' Masquerade. This is a kid's book. This guy is an amazing artist. Lord of the Rings Official Movie Guide and Lord of the Rings Making of the Movie Trilogy. Big, thick, soft-cover books. Ball Street News. Sports Memorabilia and Price Guide. This is January 93. First issue. It's got some Shaq cards in there. Amazing Book of Magic. I have fun doing that with my daughter. Got a bunch of graphic novels here. I really wish they wouldn't cut them up, but they do. And this was a really, really nice one. Excuse me. This is Omega the Unknown. Collecting the first 10 issues of that. Beautiful hardcover graphic novel. The Merchant of Venice. Softcover graphic novel here. I grab any graphic novels whenever I see them. This is from Jill Thompson. Delirium's Party. Very cool artwork in here. The Terrible Axemen of New Orleans by Rick Geary. Pretty cool black and white art there. This book's neat. This is David Allman, The Savage, illustrated by Dave McKeon. Not technically a graphic novel, but just really nicely done. So I had to pick that up. I really wish this had the dust jacket, but this is Helter Skelter. True stories of the Manson murders. Couple comic book value price guides here. This is Comic Values Annual, 2009. And this is the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide, 39th edition. Very cool. This is I Never Believed in Ghosts Until, 100 Real Life Encounters. Bill Severin's Magic with Rope, Ribbon, and String. Usually always buy magic books when I see them. And this is A Fortune in the Junk Pile with over 300 illustrations, a guide to valuable antiques that may be hidden in attic or cellar. It's an old book from 1966, excuse me, 7th printing. I just thought it was kind of cool. Nice photographs in here and whatnot. So pretty cool. A lot of interesting stuff, guys. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed everything. Hope you all stuck around to the end. Almost 30 minutes long. But thanks, guys, for watching. I'll talk to y'all later.